We've all heard the advice a million times, right? Just save $1,000 a month and you'll be set. But what if that conventional wisdom, the thing we've all been taught, is actually a trap? We're going to dig into why that very common goal could be a financial death sentence for most people.
Yeah, I know, that sounds completely backward. But this one idea pushes back against a lifetime of what we've been told about building wealth. It suggests that the very act of saving money, even if you're super disciplined, might be the very thing keeping you stuck if you don't have the right strategy. The goal isn't just to save, it's to understand why that will never, ever be enough.
So let's break this down. What exactly is this problem? We're calling it the $1,000 savings trap. And you probably know the feeling. It's that incredibly frustrating place where you're doing all the right things. You're putting money away every single month, but you still feel like you're not getting ahead. Let's get into why. This all leads to something called the high-income poverty trap. And yeah, it is a total paradox. You could be making really good money, right? On paper, you look totally successful. But in reality, that income is just trapped in some low-growth savings account. Your money isn't actually out there working for you. It's just sitting there, stagnant, basically forming a wall between you and any real wealth. Okay, so let's get into the first huge reason this is such a dangerous trap. It's a silent problem, one that a lot of people don't even notice until it's way too late. Plain and simple, your money is literally melting. And if you want to understand just how fragile savings can be, just look at this number. It's pretty staggering. 63% of Americans can't cover a simple $500 emergency. Think about that. It proves that just having cash in the bank does not automatically equal security. I mean, even someone who is diligently saving $1,000 a month could be just one unexpected bill away from a real crisis. But why is that? Well, the culprit is something we all know about, but we probably underestimated: inflation. You have to think of it like a hidden tax that is silently eating away at your money's buying power every single day. So if your savings are just sitting in a standard bank account, you're essentially working 40 hours a week just to watch the value of your earnings slowly disappear. But it's not just that your money is losing value. That's only half the problem. The second part of this trap is that you're stuck on what we can call the saver's treadmill. You're running in place, putting in all the effort, but you're missing out on the single most powerful force there is for actually creating wealth. And this feeling, it actually has a name: the boring middle. It's that frustrating stage where you're doing all the right things. You're cutting expenses, saving consistently, but your financial life just isn't changing. You're working so hard, but it feels like you're going nowhere fast because your money has zero momentum. It's just sitting on the sidelines instead of actually being in the game. Okay, now this is where it gets really eye-opening. This chart shows you the incredible cost of playing it safe. Just look at the difference over 10 years. The person who just saved their $1,000 a month has a nice pile of cash. That's fine. But the person who invested that exact same amount into a simple S&P 500 index fund, they're in a completely different financial universe. That is the massive opportunity cost of staying on that treadmill. So if saving isn't the answer, how do we escape this trap? The solution isn't about saving more. It's about thinking differently. This needs a fundamental shift in how you see things. A shift to what we'll call the wealth architect mindset. And this just illustrates the difference perfectly. The savings mindset sees money as a security blanket. It feels safe, it's comforting, but at the end of the day, it keeps you small. The wealth mindset, on the other hand, sees money as an asset, a tool you can put to work to grow on its own, a tool that actually sets you free. Adopting this new mindset is actually way simpler than it sounds. It really just boils down to a clear two-step plan. This is designed to help you go from being just a saver to becoming a true owner. So, here's the plan. Step 1, build your liquid pivot. Your first goal isn't to become a millionaire. It's just to get a solid base of around $20,000 in savings you can get to easily. This is way more than an emergency fund. It's your financial oxygen. It gives you stability and the confidence you need to seize opportunities. Then, once that cushion is in place, you move to the real game changer. Step 2, automate your investing. This is where you set up a system so your money is automatically put to work in assets that grow, things like index funds and ETFs. This is the mechanism that really turns you from a saver into an owner. So this leaves us with one final critical question to ask yourself. When you put that $1,000 away, what's its real purpose? Is it actively building a future of freedom and options? Or is it just a security blanket, just paying for a past that you're trying to outrun? The answer to that question could change your entire financial future.